Hello everyone, I'm Frank and welcome to Frank Puzzles, and this is today's easy level puzzle. And take that easiness with a grain of salt because it's considered easy by the people on the Logic Masters Germany forum, and there's a lot of really smart people there. Today's easy puzzle is called Bank Vault Authentication Code by channel favorite Will Power. And here are the rules. Normal Sudoku rules apply, which means place the digits without repeat 1 through 9 without repeats in every row, column, and box. German whispers, vault handle. Note numbers on the green line are at least 5 apart from their neighbors on the line. So therefore, if this were a 3, this would have to be an 8 or a 9 to have a difference of at least 5 between that and its neighbor. But this is also a neighbor with these 3 cells, so you have to keep that in mind. So that will probably be very interesting to be able to solve the puzzle. Anyways, that's German whispers. Arrows. Numbers on arrows sum to the number in the arrow circle. So therefore, an example of this could be 1, 2, and 4, which would add up to 7, right? So these 3 digits on the arrow add up to what is in the circle, which is 7. And that's an example of how arrows work. The circles in the 4 corner cells of the puzzle are all different than one another. So these 4 cells must actually be different than each other. So that actually gives you a specific clue too. Crop key pairs. Numbers with a white dot between them are consecutive. So for example, if this were a 3, this would have to be a 2 or 4 to make sure that it's consecutive with each other. And those are all the rules. If you'd like to play along, there's going to be a link in the description. And now, I'm going to get started. Let's go. Okay, so we know the numbers, the circles in the 4 corners are all different. Well, they have to be from 6, 7, 8, and 9. We know that for certain. So because of that, we know that there's only 4 unique digits in each of the circles, and they all have to be different. So therefore, each one of them has to be in each of the corners. So this has to be uniquely different from this, which is uniquely different from that, which is uniquely different from that. And they're all 6, 7, 8, or 9. Well, the interesting thing is, okay, so do I want to get into Fistamafel? Anyways, this has to have 4 digits that it's essentially next to on a German whisper line. The only digits that can be next to 4 other digits on a German whisper line are 1 and 9, right? So this is 1 or 9, and it has to be next to each. Okay. So these are consecutive, and this is consecutive actually also. These 3 numbers then must be either 1, 2, 3 or 2, 3, 4. So this is specifically 1, 2, or 3, or 2, 3, 4. So 2, 3 has to be. So if it's 1, 2, 3, it's 1, 3, and 2, obviously. If it's 2, 3, and 4, it's 2, 4, and 3. Similarly, this is the same case, right? So this is also 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So this must be 6 or 9, and this must be 6 or 9, right? What else do we know? Huh. Well, again, this must contain a 2 or 3 here, and this must contain a 2 or 3 here. So none of these can contain 2 or 3. Therefore, they also can't contain a 1, because 1 can only be next to a 2. So 1 is either one of these two cells, or it's one of these 3, right? This could be 4, 5, 6, 7. Or this could be 4, 5, 6, and this would be 3. Of course, it could be 5, 6, 7, and this is 4. Or this is 5, 6, 7, and this is 8. This could be 6, 7, 8, and 9. That's possible. Or this could be 6, 7, 8, and this would be 5. And this is the lowest this could be for 6, 7, 8, 9. Or this could be 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, so this is either 3 through 6, 4 through 7, 5 through 8, or 6 through 9. Either way, there's a 6 in one of these 4 cells. We're not sure, though. One thing we know about 3 digits adding up to another digit, 3 unique digits adding up to another digit, is you have to have 2 out of 1, 2, or 3 in those cells. Therefore, this can never contain 2 out of 1, 2, or 3. So this is this has to be at least 3, 4, 5. It could be 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8, or 7, 8, 9. So those are the only possibilities. So 3 cannot be in the middle, 9 cannot be in the middle, because again, it would be 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8, and 7, 8, and 9. And a 9 would have to be on the outside also. Similarly, here would have to be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this would be 3 through 9. This would be 3 through 9. Oh, interesting. If this were 7, 8, 9, though, that would eliminate 3 of the possibilities for these 2 cells, and then they would both have to be 6, which is not allowed. So this can't, and yeah, this cannot contain 3 out of 6, 7, 8, or 9. So it cannot be 6, 7, 8, and it cannot be 7, 8, 9. So it cannot be 9 here, and it cannot be 8 here. So this can't be 7 or 8 here. So either way here, this is either 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, or 5, 6, 7. Either way, there's a 5 here. What does that tell us? I'm not really sure. Should we go to Festimafel? Maybe. This is 1 through 6. This is 1 through 6. If this is 6, it would have to be 5 with it, but that would add up to at least 11. So this can never be 6. Similarly here, this can't be 6. If this is 5, it would have to be with 4, but then that would have to add up to at least 9 with another digit, which doesn't work. So this can't be 5, and this can't be 5. So this has to be 1, 2, 3, or 4, and it has to be with 5. So it has to be consecutive with this. So therefore, this would have to be 1, 2, 3, or 4 also. Because it can never have a 5, because the 5 in this set has to be 3, 4, 5. Oh, and this actually then, this can't be 3 either, right? Because if this is 3, that would mean this is 3, 4, 5, and that would mean these 3 digits would have to be 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2, which is not possible for 3 digits. So this cannot be 3, this cannot be 3, and this can't be 4 then. So this is 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7. So 5 and 6 both have to be here. So this cannot be 5 or 6. Well, we have a 1, 2, 3, 4 quadruple now in box 8, which eliminates 1, 2, 3, 4 from the rest of the box. So this can't be 4, this can't be 4. We know now that this is a 6, and it's surrounded by 5 and 7. So this has to be 6, and this is 5, 7, 5, 7. Well, we have these can't be 6 anymore. We have a 5, 6, 7. We have a 5, 7 pair in row 9, which eliminates 5 and 7 from the rest of the row. So this can't be 7. This can't be 7. We know these are unique, and they have to be unique with all the other ones. All the other corner arrows, circles. So this can't be 8 or 9. This can't be 8 or 9, so this has to be 6, 7, 6, 7. Well, that 6, 7, 6, 7 pair, well, first of all, this means this has to be 8 and 9 for the rest of box 8 because of the 5, 6, 7 and the 1, 2, 3, 4 quadruple. This 6, 7, 6, 7 pair cannot means that there cannot be a 6 or 7 in the rest of row 1. Therefore, where is the 7 in row box 2? Cannot be any of these cells. It can't be here, so it must be one of these 3 cells. So then this has to be either 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8, or 7, 8, 9. So there cannot be a 3 here. There cannot be a 4 here. And this can't be 5, because if it's 5, it has to be 5, 6, and 7, or 5, 6, and 7, either way. And this can't be 6 then, so because of this 6. So now it must be either 6, 7, 8, or 7, 8, 9. So this can't be 5 either. So we know 6 has to be one of these 2 digits. Therefore, this cannot be 6. This has to be 1, 2, 3, 4. This has to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, we have a 1, 2, 3, 4 quadruple in columns 3 and 7, which means the rest of the column cannot contain 1, 2, 3, or 4. Therefore, this has to be 5 through 9, but it can't be 8 or 9 because of the 8, 9 pair in these 2 cells in row 8. So this is not 8 or 9. Again, this has to be then 5, 6, or 7, because it cannot be 8, 9 because of the 8, 9 pairs in the rest of this column. This could obviously be 6 through 9. This could be 6 through 9. The rest of this has to be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But again, these 2 cannot be 6 or 7. This can't be 6 or 7 because of the 6, 7 pair here in row 1. So these can't be 6 or 7 because of that. And these can't be 6 or 7 because of these have to be 6 or 7 here in this row. So this can't be 6 or 7. These 3 digits must add up to, it must be either 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 4. This also must be 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 4. So this cannot contain 1 or 2, and this cannot contain 1 or 2. So this must contain 1 and 2. Where is the 1 and 2 in row 3? This can't be because this is 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 4. And this can't be because this is 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 4. Therefore, this must be 1 and 2 with 3, 4, or 5. Well, if this is 4, then this can never have a 1, or it has to have a 1 or 2 with it, which is not consecutive with it. So this can never be 4. This then has to be 2 with 1 or 3, so this can't be 2. This then has to be 1, 2, it's either 1, 2, 3, which is 6, 1, 2, 3, which is 7, 1, 2, 4, which is 7, or 1, 2, 5, which is 8. So this can never be 9. Well, neither of these cells can be 7. None of these cells can be 7. Where is the 7 in column 7? It has to be one of these two cells, which eliminates 7 from the rest of the box. I don't know if that tells us anything, though. Similarly, where none of these cells can be 8, where is the 8 in column 3? It has to be one of these 3 cells, so none of these could be 8. Hmm. If this is 1, 2, this has to be 3. So, and this can't be 1, and it can't be 4, because it has to be in between 2 other cells, and that have to be from 1 through 4. So either this is 1, 2, and 3. So if this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. Okay, let's go through the possibilities. Say this is 1, that's 2, this is 3, this would have to be 4, and this would be 7. If this is not 1, say it's 2, this would have to be 3, this would then be 4, and this would be 1, so that would be 6. If this is 3, this would have to be 2 and 1, and this would be 4, so this would be 9. Or this could be 4, 3, and this would be 2, and this would be 1. So this would then be 8. So that's all the possibilities are there. We know whatever set this is, whether it's high or low, it has to be opposite in the other sets, right? So if it's high, it's 9. It has to be with a 1, 2, 3, or 4, which would be a low. If it's a 1, it would have to be with 6, 7, 8, or 9 on the edges. Therefore, the remaining cells must be orange or 5, but we don't know which. One of them obviously is a 5. Oh, well, it could be 1, 4. That's fine. This is 5 or above, so this has to be essentially, this is low. This is low. This is 1 through 6. This is 1 through 6. So 7 has to be one of these two cells. Right? I'm just wondering if I want to do Fistomathel's ring theory. Where is this orange cell? It has to be one of these two cells here, because this can't be 1. This can't be 6 or 7, and this can't be 6 or 7, and it can't be one of these because of that. Where is this red cell? Can't be any of these, can't be any of these, so a red cell has to be one of those 3. Similarly, cannot be any of these, can't be any of these, so the red one has to be one of these 3. Orange can also has to be one of these 3. And blue has to be one of those 3 and one of those 3. And green then has to be one of these 3 here and one of these 3. Oh, it can't be here. Hmm. Uh, One thing we do know. If this is not, so either this must be like 125, 134, 126, or 135. Either all of those contain a 1. If it does not contain a 1 here, the only possible combination would have to be 2, 3, and 4. Which means this would have to be a 1. So either way, none of these cells, the rest of the cells in box 7, can contain a 1. So this cannot be 1. Similarly, if this is 126, 125, 134, 135, obviously contains a 1, but if the only other possibility if this doesn't have a 1 is this has to be 2, 3, 4, which makes that a 1. So this can never be 1 either. So there cannot be a 1 here, and there cannot be a 1 here. Where is the 1 in row 7? It has to be one of these two cells, which means this cannot be a 1 ever. So this can't be 1, 2, and 3 specifically. So if this were 1, 2, and 3, this could not be a 9, right? Because then that would be 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay. I see one thing. We have 3 lows here, right? We know at least 2 of these are the same set. So if orange was low, then you would have 5 lows in column 5, which are the only digits, the 1 through 4. So therefore, that's not possible. So orange cannot be low. Orange has to actually be high. Oops. We colored multiple things orange. Therefore, these all have to be high, which means the pinks have to be low. So therefore, we know this then is 5, 6, 7, 8, and this has to be 9 specifically. And these pinks must be 1 through 4. Oh, and this is consecutive. Okay, so we already knew that. Well, Anyways, we would have figured that out, I guess. Um, Now, we know this is 1 and 2. The rest of the remaining cells, we have a 1, 2, 3, 4 quad set. Okay, this can't be 6 because of this 6. So one of these two must be a 6, which means this can't be a 6. We have a 1, 2, 3, 4 quad in column 6, which eliminates 1, 2, 3, and 4 from the rest of the column. Therefore, this must be 5 through 9. But this can't be 6 or 7 because of the 6, 7 pair in row 1 already. Well, now there we've formed a 5, 8, 9 triplet in row 1, which eliminates 5, 8, and 9 also from the rest of the row. Therefore, the remaining cells have to be 1 through 4. Well, we know this has to contain a 1 or 2, 1 and a 2 in these 3 cells. So these can never be 1 or 2, so this must be 3 and 4. Therefore, this cannot be 3 or 4 because we have a 3, 4, 3, 4 pair now in column Wait, did I mess that up? Yeah, I think I messed that up. Okay, so that actually does not have to have a 6. Well, all of this previous stuff is correct. but I don't know. Maybe I should have gone down the Fistamafel thing, because I just wanted to try this without Fistamafels, because, well, yeah, how did I know this was 6 and 7? You don't. It's 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8, or 7, 8, and 9. Right? This doesn't have to have a 6. I don't know why I included that as a 6. That was not good. Okay, well. Hmm. Have to go back quite a ways then. Well, okay, so this is fine. We know this is 7, and this has to be 8 then. 7 or 8. That's where we ran into problems. Again, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. This has to be 1 through 6. This has to be 1 through 6. We have the 1, 2, 3, 4 quad in each of column 3 and 7, so the rest of them must be, this has to be 6 through 9. We also have 5, 6, and 7, because it cannot be 8 or 9 here. This has to be 5, 8, or 9. This is 5, 8, or 9, because we have a 6, 7, 6, 7 pair. This is consecutive with 1, 2, 3, 4, so this must be 1, 2, 3, 4, which makes this a 9. But we could have done it the other way again, because we have 3 lows here. There would have to be 2 lows if they were both orange, but they can't be, so therefore this must be high. And we've got it both ways. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Interesting. Okay. That means we have a 1, 2, 3, 4 quad in rows 4 and 6 and column 6. This obviously cannot be 6, so this has to be 5, 7, or 8. This is 5, 7, or 8, because it can't be 6 or 9. This has to be then 5, 6, 7, or 8, 5, 6, or 7, and 8, but this can't be 6. Again, you have to have a 1 in one of these, or this is a 1. So this can't be 1. So we know one of these is a 1. So this can't be 1. How does this work? 1 can never be in between again. So again, this could be 1, 2, 3, which would make that 4. So this is 7. This could be 2, 3, 4, which would make that 1. So that's 6. This could be... This cannot be 3, 2, 1, because 1 has to be one of these 2 cells. It could be 4, 3, 2, and this is 1, which would make that 8. Let's see. The rest of this has to be 6, 7, 8, 9. This has to be 5, 6, or 9, because this cannot be 7 or 8 because of this 7, 8 pair. So this is 5, 6, or 9. Therefore, okay, yeah, so we have in rows 4 and row 6, we have also the 1, 2, 3, 4 quadruple, which eliminates 1, 2, 3, 4 in the rest of those rows. So this can't be 4, this can't be 4. This can never be 5 then, because if this is 5, so this is 5 through 9, this is 5 through 9, this is 5 through 9, 5 through 9, 5 through 9, 5 through 9. This 5 through 9 has to be next to a 4 through 9. Again, this is 1, 2, or 3, or 4, and this is 1, 2, 3, or 4. So 1 and 2 can never be in these cells. So 1 and 2 has to be in one of these 2 cells. So it's either 1, 2. It cannot be 4 then anymore, because 1 and 2 are required to be here. So this has to be specifically 2 with 1 or 3. So this can't be 2. One of these is 2. And it could be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 5, or 1, 2, 6. This cannot be 7 or 8. Again, we have a 1, 2, 3, 4 quadruple in column. Well, okay, hold up. This can't be 2 or 3 because of how this works. This can't be 2 or 3 because of how this works. Huh. Interesting. Right, because one of these has to be 2 or 3. One of these has to be 2 or 3. So either this contains a 1, or... So if this is a 1, obviously this is 4. Or this can be 2, 3, 4, in which case that's a 1. But either way, 4 cannot be any of these cells here or here because of a similar reasoning, right? This is 1 or 4. This has to be either 1 with something, or it's 2, 3, 4, and this would be 1. So this can never be 4 either. So 1 and 4 both have to be here, which means this can't be 4. So this has to be 1, 4, and 1, 4, which makes this 2, 3, or 2, 3. Well, we have a 2, 3, 2, 3 pair now in column 5, which eliminates 2 and 3 from the rest of the column. Therefore, this is 1, and this is 2. And then this has to be 3 through 6. This can no longer be 2. This can't be 2. So this can no longer be 1 here. This is 3, 4, 5, or 6. The remaining digits in... We have a 5, 7, 8 triplet also in column 5, which eliminates 5, 7, and 8 from the rest of the column 5. Therefore, this is a 4. This can no longer be 4. This can't be 4. Also, where are the 1s and 2s? The 1s and 2s cannot be, again, in any cell in box 2. It can't be any of these cells. It can't be any of these cells. So it must specifically be in these 2 cells. So this can't be 3. This can't be 3. This is 1 or 2, and this is 1 or 2. Where's the 3 now in row? What's the rest of row 1? It has to be 3, 5, 8, and 9. And this is 3, 5, 8, and 9. But this can't be 3 because we have a 1, 3, 4 triplet now in column 6. So therefore, what is this? This has to be a 3, which means this can't be 3 or 4. Therefore, this is 8 or 9 here. This can't be 3. Now we have... Right. What else do we have here? Okay, if this is 6, this would have to be 9, which would eliminate all possibilities for that cell. So this can never be 6. This has to be a 5, which makes that an 8. This can no longer be 8. This can't be 5 or 8. This can't be 5. We have an 8, 9, 8, 9 pair in column 6, which eliminates 8 and 9 from the rest of the column. So this can't be 8 or 9. This can't be 8. Obviously, this can't be 8. In addition to this 5, 7, 8 triplet, where is the 5 in this triplet? It has to be one of these 2 cells, which means the 5 cannot be in any other cell in box 5. So this can't be 5, and this can't be 5. We have now a 6, 7 pair also in column 6, which eliminates 6 and 7 from the rest of the column. So this must be 5, which makes that a 7. So this can no longer be 7. This can't be 7. This could be 6, 7, 8, or 7, 8, and 9. And those are the only possibilities. Well, we have now 6 as 8, 9, 8, 9 pair in box 2, which eliminates 8 and 9 from the rest of the box. Therefore, this must be 7. This has to be 6. This is 7. This has to be 5, 8 pair. This has to be 8, obviously. This is 9, which makes this 8, which makes that 9. This 8 means this has to be a 6. This can no longer be 7. Can this ever be 5? It would have to be surrounded by 3 and 4. So this can never be 5, which makes this an 8. 8 has to be next to 7 and 9. This cannot be a 9 because then this would be next to two numbers, which is consecutive with, which is not possible. So this is 9, this is 7. This has to be 6, which makes this a 9, which means this is 2, 3, and 4. So this is 3, which makes that 2. This can't be 4. This can't be 2 either now. So this is now 2. This is 2, which makes this 1 and 3, 1 and 3. This has to be 2 and 4, and this is 2 and 4. This can't be 4, so this must be 1, which means this has to be 2, 3, and 4 here. So therefore, this is 9. This has to be 8. This is a 4. So it has to be specifically 1, 2, and 5. Well, this can't be 1 or 4. So this has to, it can't be 1 or 5, so this is 2, which makes this 1 and 5. This can't be 2 or 4, so this must be 3, which means this can't be 3, this is 2 and 4. This can no longer be 5 because of the 1, 5. This can't be 8. These can't be 9. This can't be 6, so this is 5, which makes that 8. This can't be 8 anymore. This can't be 5. So we have a 6, 7, 6, 7 pair. This can't be 5. This can't be 5. We have a 6, 7, 9 triplet, and because of the 1, 5 pair in box 7. We now have a 6, 7, 9 triplet in box 7. What's the last remaining digit? It must be a 3. So this has to be 3, which makes this a 2. 2 is only consecutive with 1 here, so this is 1. This is 4. This has to be 3, which makes that 7, because that adds up to 7. This can no longer be 7. This is a 6, 9, 6, 9 pair, so therefore this is 7. This can't be 9, so this is 5. This can't be 5 or 6, so this is 9. This has to be 6, which makes that 9. 9 is consecutive with 8, so this has to be 8. None of these can be 8 anymore. This can't be 7 anymore. This can't be 7, and this can't be 7. This is 2 or 4. 2 or 4 is only consecutive with 1 or 3. So, and this can't be 7, 8, or 9, so this is 5 or 6. This can't be 7, 8, and 9, so this is 5 or 6. What's the last remaining digit in box 6? It has to be 1. This can't be 7, so this is 6. The remaining digits here are 4 and 5. That's fine. This can't be 6, so this must be 7, which forces this to be 1, 2, and 4. Therefore, this can't be 4. This is 1, 2, and 3, so that makes this a 6. This has to be a 3. Remaining digits here are 5 and 8. This can't be 8, so this is 5, which makes that 8. The remaining digits here are 4 and 7. So that's possible. This can't be 8 anymore, so this is 5, which makes that 8. That can't be 5, so this is 6, which makes that 5. This has to be a 7. This can't be 5. And this can't be 6, so therefore this is a 9. This has to be 6. This can't be 2. This can't be 2, so this is a 1. This can't be 2 or 1, so this is 3, which makes that 2. This 1 makes this a 2. This can't be 1 or 2, so this is 4, which makes that a 1. This can't be 4 anymore, so this is 2, this is 4. This can't be 1 because of that 1, so this must be 5, which makes that a 1. This 5 means that can't be 5, so this is 4, this is 5. This can't be 7, so this is 4 and 7. This can't be 1, so this is 3. Therefore, 3 is consecutive with 2 or 4, but that's either 1. This can't be 1 or 3, so this is 4, which makes that 2, which makes that 4. This can no longer be 2, so where's a 2? It has to be here, which means this is a 1. This can't be 1, so this is 3, which makes that a 1. Whew. Yeah, I tried to do it without the Fistamafel ring. It probably, well, it does make it more difficult. Or just not as fast, I would say. But the logic behind it is still the same. And I made that mistake about the 6 here, which is kind of bad. So, all in all, not too bad considering the mistake I made and that I was trying to avoid using Fistamafel's ring theory. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this solve, and I'll see you next time on Frank Puzzles. Take care.